everybody, and welcome to the Fiercely Fast podcast. We are here for episode 2. And as you can see, I have my friend Edwin over here. And, I just want to first, of course, thank you all for joining. You're tuning in every week. Continue to tune in, share this with all your car friends and even your non-car friends. So the whole goal of this podcast is really to get to know the person behind the car. We all know, even in Fast and Furious, and of course, this is a play on words right here. But, in the beginning, Brian got to meet Jesse, and he had a conversation with him. He talked to him and actually got to know who he was. He was smart, and he was like not just a car guy, but he could go to MIT and all of that stuff. So that is kind of what I want to bring to this podcast. So that's why I have all my car friends coming on. And again, just thank you all for tuning in. So of course, we are in the Fast and Furious mode, and I have on my shirt today, which represents my friend's car over here. So as you know, this is, as I said, Edwin, but you may know him, of course, by his Instagram name at SuperZone1995. So thank you again for joining me today. It's an honor. It has been a long time just even to meet you. Because I remember seeing your car at Rick's last year at Slam by the Harbor. And that's actually where I first saw your car. And I was fangirling over it because, us car people, we love Fast and the Furious. So, to see something like that, it was like, oh, my gosh, this is amazing. So I never got to meet you in person until probably like months later. So, here we are now. It's kind of come full circle that it's like, I've just met so many dope people, like yourself. So, I just want to have this conversation with you, let the people get to know you a little bit more and, just talk about what you have going on. So to kick it off, I just want to see what are some things that people may not even know about you?
Well, like you just said it. First of all, I just want to say thank you. It's an honor for to be here.
Oh, my pleasure.
You're such a wonderful person.
Oh, thank you.
And like you say, I saw you a couple of times too, but I didn't find a way how to approach it.
Right, right.
To introduce myself and you break the ice basically. So thank you for that.
No, of course. Yeah, I love talking to people, clearly. So, I'm, like I said, it's just an honor to have you here. So thank you. So, so you can kick it off with, what are these things that, people just don't know?
So, I've been meeting a lot of people, and, throughout all those car shows, mm-hmm. all those car meets, and one thing that I got in mind that I was seeing a lot of people, smiling, and I know that some people, they go through a lot of stuff in their life, mm-hmm. and the feelings that I see, that I notice from people when they see their car is incredible.
Yeah,
and I know it brings a smile to their face.
It does.
And that's priceless for me. It's very, unique feeling.
It is, and I can imagine you definitely get a lot of reactions because, of course, I spoke about what my own reaction was. I'm telling you, I remember I went live on Instagram the first day I actually met you in person. It was at, I think it was at a car meet in Edison.
In Edison, yeah.
Yes, and I remember somebody just sent me a message like, the Fast and Furious car is here, and I was like, oh my God. And I literally left my team.
I know.
I left everybody and I ran over to your car.
I remember. You hugged me like we know each other for a long time. It was nice. It was like a brotherhood.
Yes,
type of, connection.
And that's what I love about it. It's you have just a camaraderie. It is just a friendship. And I've met so many people who I've even call brothers and sisters just in this, year and a half, I think, that I've been in this. So
like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
about 2 years into this.
So it's been a fun ride. So, I'm kind of looking forward to what this new year is bringing. So it's going to be a great year.
Oh, definitely.
It's going to be a great year. Yeah. So a silly question now. Do you have any hidden talents? You know how there's some people who can lick their elbows or some crazy stuff. So it's like, it doesn't have to be crazy, but just in case, you never know.
Hidden talents. Well, my passion is working cars. Because many people, they ask me, you bought a car like that? That's how you bought it? And over the years.
Right.
I don't know if I told you this, I bought the car back in 2005.
Wow.
So it was a long journey. And, and I was looking forward to every year do some updates in it.
Yeah.
And I was getting excited.
That's awesome.
And then at one point, I went to a car meeting, and same thing, all the people showing a lot of respect and love.
Yeah.
And they were so excited. Back then, the car was black.
I've seen that, yeah. So
Right.
actually, let's talk about that because I did, of course, doing this sort of thing, you got to do some research. And, I was looking even at your Instagram page, and I did see that it was black first. So I was like, okay. So what kind of made you go from the black to now this Fast and Furious? Because that's a big jump, like just straight black. And now it's like this, everybody knows what type of car this is. So it's like, how did you decide, like this is what you wanted to do?
Well, I decided to do it actually, way back, I would say by 2010.
Wow.
I was thinking about doing it,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't, I'll be honest with you, I didn't have the proper funds to do it.
It's,
I was,
listen, this is an expensive hobby.
Yeah, so I was just, ready for the right time.
Yeah.
And then at one point, like 2 years ago, I would say, there was this guy that I met in the car show, like I say, a car meet, I'm sorry. And he approached to me and said, Edwin, are you thinking about changing the color or wrapping the car or do something? I said, wrapping maybe, yeah, I would do that. And what color would you do it? And I was like, you know what? Let's do orange. And he was like, no way, stop it. I said, yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fast and the Furious. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
That's awesome. So I must say, of course, I have, clearly you guys can see my car back here. And orange is my favorite color. So for me, of course, that's another reason why I just loved it, because I'm like, oh, this is just a beautiful color. And, it's, part of that first movie, which everybody really knows about. It's like a cult thing. That's really what it is. So so kind of switching gears on that too, like what was your first car even?
Okay, my first car, it was also kind of orange. Okay, but an ugly orange.
There's never an ugly orange.
But that, what happened? But that color particularly, it was a 1981 ANC Accord, I believe, 4 doors. Oh. But the car was like, the color was like unique. I was like, oh man, but that was my first car because
wow.
I mean, where I came from, I don't know if you know, I came from Ecuador. Back then, I was only able to ride a bicycle.
Right.
That was it. But I'm grateful that I came to the United States, and I was blessed,
That's awesome.
to do all that.
Yeah.
And that was my first car.
Nice. So a question I have for you, and I think this goes to all the Fast and Furious fans, is your car really a 10-second car?
You know what? we're gonna leave it as it is right now. So let people.
It's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. No, but it's just amazing because I was like, we gotta pop the hood. We gotta test it out. But we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide. Have you ever raced in it?
You know what? Actually, I don't like to race because number one, I drive trucks for a living. So that's my bread and butter right there,
Yeah.
But actually,
legal racing, like on a track, guys. Just to be clear. Clear.
Yeah, and be safe, by the way. Be safe.
Yes.
Nice. Bad things can happen.
Right. So is that also your daily car? Because I know even for mine, that is my daily car. So I drive that everywhere I go. So I know, of course, you know, it varies for different people. So is that something that you drive every day, or do you have a second car?
Oh, I have a second car. That's not my daily, because that car, even though it gets a lot of attention from people and all that stuff, and people give a lot of love, and
Right.
but that car, to drive that car as a daily, it's awful.
Yeah.
I would not recommend.
I get it. I get it.
But I enjoy it doing
Right,
it.
right.
When I can.
Car shows, car meets.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
That's
it. And then you park it.
That's it. And
But you know what? Then it, of course, like even for mine, yes, I put on miles on my car. But I guess for me, my story was, I didn't realize I would be here. Like I bought the car because I love Chargers. That's all it was. I never thought I would have Iron Man on my car and all this stuff going to car shows. I never thought that. So for me, yes, it became my daily, and then it became this daily thing. So, I kind of like to ask people about that because it varies on the person. Sometimes they do like driving it around. Or, sometimes they're like, I don't want to put miles on it. Let me park it, and it's a show car,
Right.
So that's pretty cool. So going back to what you said, when you came into the car community, I think you said about like 2 years ago?
Yeah, clearly about 2 years ago.
So,
more or less.
Right. So how did you, I guess, get involved in that? Because there are so many different ways that people get into this. It's either, their family, they've been, like people with their dads, or of course, even moms, the girls are here too. But, just having that conversation as far as what got you into the car community, what got you, kind of involved going to shows and all of that.
You know what? Like I say before, I was just focused like, a lot of people do over here when they come to the States and just work really hard.
Right.
And forget about enjoying life.
True.
And then, I've been doing that for many years. And finally I said to myself, I think I got to take it easy and enjoy life, Like I say, life is too short.
Yes.
And when I've been going to those car shows or car meets, a lot of people, you meet a lot of new people and very friendly people. That the vibe is, it's unique.
Yeah.
And that's how, we met a lot of couples, me and my girlfriend,
Hey, girl.
And then yeah, nice people, wonderful people, and I enjoy that. That's the best part.
So let me ask, did you guys meet in the car community? Okay, we'll leave that alone. Just a quick question.
Can we skip that one?
We
for another
will
show,
skip.
for another interview.
We'll have like a Valentine's Day, like couples edition.
Exactly.
No, but we will leave that alone. We will leave that alone. Yeah, so kind of now going back to the reactions of, just all the people that you have met throughout this time. I would say, what is really your favorite reaction? Because even for mine, it's really the kids. I love when kids come up to my car and they're like, oh my God, can I get a picture with it? And all this stuff. Because kids don't lie, like if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Adults, we can tend to be a little shady at times, like it may not always be a completely genuine answer, but when you have it from the children, it's a genuine joy. So for me, I love that. So, kind of just want to hear your own personal thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same, because when I see kids probably 20 years old or sometimes 15 years old.
Right.
And they know so much about the history of the car.
Yeah.
They weren't even born back then.
Right.
And actually, I got one story. One time, I was doing some shopping in Union City. And when I left the bank, actually was leaving the bank, and I was going to go to my car, I saw this guy walking to the car crying. An adult. He was probably 28 years old. Crying and taking pictures and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my God. So then when I approached to him, he's like, is that your car? I said, yeah. He said, oh. So that really broke my heart. I said, listen, bro, I want you to sit down in the car. I'm going to take you photos,
nice.
videos, and all this. Bro, you made my day. He was so happy. So yeah, that really touched me a lot,
I remember seeing, like on Instagram, you know, of course they have memes everywhere. And there was one where it was like a little kid looking into the mirror or like a reflection of, say, for example, it was my car. So my car is in the reflection. They're looking at it. And it's like, you know, I was once that kid, you know?
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
even for me, I named my car Dream because it was my dream car. So for me, I can understand why a person might cry or why they may feel some type of way, because it's like, I get it. Like when you love something, when you are passionate about something, and then you finally get it, like that's amazing. It's just a realization that it's like, I did it, you know? So I completely get it. Like, honestly, I probably cried once I left the lot with my car, because even my dad was with me. And when I went to the dealership, I actually went with my previous car. I went for an oil change.
Okay.
Okay. And I saw a Dodge Charger, favorite color, my color, only one on the lot. So while my car was getting an oil change, I took it for a test drive. Probably the worst mistake, because then I said, leave that car, and I signed the papers for that. That's literally how I got this car.
Wow.
So it was kind of like, you could probably call it a rush decision. It really was. I did not leave the house to buy a car. I went for an oil change. But, I mean, I got a podcast out of it, so I don't think it was a bad investment in that sense. So, you know, just to hear people's stories as to how they got here and why they're just so happy in it is always amazing. So, you know, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, of course. So I know that you've had a lot of opportunities with your car. You know, photo shoots galore, shows galore, you know, all of that. What would you say is probably like your best experience that you've had? And it could be one, could be two, you know, whatever it is that you were like, this really made it all worth it. Like, this was the moment where it's like, I'm here for a reason. I did this, and I'm happy I'm here. This is what made you smile.
Well, this is one of them.
Oh!
Just being here with you, doing this for the first time in front of
You're about to make me cry on this camera.
Yeah. That was a good experience. This is a good experience, actually.
Oh,
you know.
thank you.
And I recommend all my buddies over there, come to the show, okay?
You heard him.
This is
okay?
good.
You heard
Good
him.
stuff.
So,
You know?
y'all know how to reach me. So we do this. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, wow. Okay. Kind of hard to follow that. Yeah. So with that, I would say now, what's even next for you? What do you have coming up? Are you keeping the color? Are you keeping the design? Do you want to change it up?
I mean, I respect
Or a sneak peek, or you want to keep it on the hush hush.
You know, yeah, I was talking with my girlfriend about it. But my main thing right now, our main plan, you know, me and her, we talk about it. It was basically, you know, do something for the kids. You know, especially those people who, you know, who've been suffering.
Right.
You know, like an example, like St. Jude. You know, those kids that, you know, they would wish that they in our position.
Right.
You know, and they probably got, you know, probably days left.
Yeah.
You know, and I will, you know, love to bring some smiles to them, some happiness, and see their reaction, because that's priceless.
It is.
You know,
It is.
You know, and you know, we would love to go to hospitals and stuff like that, or you know, and do that.
Right. No, we can definitely talk, and I think even for people who are watching, you know, if this is something that you might even want to do, you know, please reach out to one of us for sure, because you know, we will definitely collab and get this going, because I don't know. I will say that there could be things going on, but I may not know about it. So, you know, if you guys know about it, or if it's something that, you know, you want to start to build, let's work together. The car community is too big for us to not be able to get this done. So, yeah, so let's do it. So 2023, we'll get it done. Yeah,
I'm
we'll
down.
do it.
I'm
Yes.
pumped.
So now we are going to go to the 5-gear fast round. Yes. I wish I had like one of those horns, you know. Yeah, I need one of those. So maybe for my next episode, I'll get one of those, the little horn things.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
So I do have some questions for you. So this is, of course, specific to Fast and Furious. So I know we previously talked, and I do hope you remember the movie because I'm going to be asking you questions. It's multiple choice, so you can think about it a little bit. I'm not just going to leave you out there, to dry. So are you ready? You ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I mean, I didn't watch the movie. I was supposed to watch the movie,
but this makes it even better now because this is a true test.
You got me
true
test.
Now. Yeah. Yes. So, okay, here we go. Let me get out my paper so I can say it right. All right, number 1. What does Brian always order for lunch? This is an easy one.
Oh.
Okay, A, chicken Caesar salad. B, cheeseburger and fries. C, tuna sandwich. D, steak.
Tuna sandwich, no cross.
Yes! That's the perfect answer for it. Good job. Okay, so number 2, where does Mia work? A, Trader Joe's. B, Dom's Market and Cafe. C, Toretto's Market and Cafe. D, McDonald's.
Toretto's Market and Cafe.
Oh, look at you, 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Okay, you're not doing too bad. But these are kind of easy, so we'll see how it goes.
Uh-oh. I thought that was the tough ones. What color is Fast and the Furious?
Okay, number 3. Who does Johnny Tran beat at Race Wars? A, Jesse. B, Brian. C, Letty. Or D, Vince?
Oh, that's a tough one.
What, you got to phone a friend?
Maybe can you text me? Yeah.
Okay, I'll narrow it down. So we have Vince and Jesse.
Okay. Jesse.
Very good. You're doing great. Number 4. Before the heist, Dom tells Letty he had a dream that they were on a beach in where? Maui, Mexico, Fiji, or Bora Bora?
Wow. Come on, guys, help me out, please. Let's do Bora Bora.
Wrong. Sorry. It was Mexico.
Mexico.
It was
Mexico. I
Mexico.
was to say Mexico.
Yeah, it wasn't as complicated as you thought, I promise.
Yeah.
All right, next question. When the heist goes bad, who gets trapped on the hood of the truck? Is it Letty, Vince, Dom, or Leon?
Vince.
Very good. You see, you're not doing bad at all. Very good. All right, you only have 2 more questions. What car does Dom drive?
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
And I give you the color also on top of that. It was a Mazda RX-7.
Wait.
Red.
Not that one. Not
Oh,
that one.
that one. Oh,
Not that
okay.
one.
Well, that was in the beginning.
Yes.
In the beginning. Okay.
So here we go.
So when they raced by the train.
So I'll even give it to you. Let me see.
No, I got it.
So either 1989 Camaro, a 2001 Honda S2000, a 1970 Dodge Charger, or a 1994 Toyota Supra.
The Charger.
There it is. See?
Yeah.
But you were right. I had to switch it up. That's all. My bad.
You tricked me.
All right. So last question. What is the name of the crew that the Trans run? Is it the Dragon? Is it Little Saigon? Is it Green Eye or Cobra Kai?
The Dragon?
Dragon.
Wow, I should have watched the movie yesterday.
So it's out of Little Saigon or Green Eye.
Little Saigon.
There it is. Yes. Okay. Not too bad. I think you did pretty good. So give yourself a hand. We're going to give you a round of applause over here.
Give it up to me.
But next time we're going to tell you to watch the movie. Definitely. We're going to make sure.
You know, always want to do natural.
No, but you did very good. Thank you. So that was a nice, quick little round. So thank you for that. And yeah, so here we are at the end of the episode, and but it does not stop here. Okay, We will continue to come back, just weekly, so stay tuned. You never know who you'll see on this podcast. We are going to continue to work on these things, especially when it comes to the kids. It's definitely a time right now where people need it,
We got to do it.
And so we will definitely do it. So again, if that is something that you want to be involved in, please reach out to myself at Go Mango Dream, or of course Edwin at SuperZone 1995. And please make sure to subscribe to YouTube, all of it, Spotify, Apple, I'm everywhere. So, and it's all under the Fiercely Fast podcast. So again, I thank you all for joining today, and we will be back very soon. And take care.